Hello and welcome to part 4 of our NC500 Honeymoon trip. This is us leaving Broom View Cottage near Lochbroom, which is near Ullapool. And this is the start of our trip to Gairloch, where we'll be staying at the Millcroft Hotel. And as you can see, the weather is beautiful. So let's get on with the trip. after a quick stop for a cup of tea, we then moved down to Gairloch. We're going to pass through Gairloch and we're going to head for LochMaree, which is near Kinlochhuey, and then we're going to head back to Gairloch for the evening. Gairloch's one of the places as well on the trip that has a automated fuel stop, so we stopped here to refuel. There was also some at Ullapool, Applecross, and up near Riconic. So there is plenty of fuel stops, but we basically refilled every time we got to half a tank. So you put your card in and you then select the maximum amount of fuel you want. So say for instance I thought I'd put in about £20, so you select a maximum of 30, but it only charges you for the amount of fuel you put in, and then you get a receipt if you want one. So we're right alongside LochMaree now, and we're just going to run down the length of it, and I think there's part of the road that sort of goes, it looks like it's going into it, but then it goes around it a bit more. It's actually a very beautiful place. So at this point we just had a little ride past through Gairloch and up round the side of the sort of mountain, if you like. Up there there's a few campsites and amenities. It was just nice to go and explore it, along with some Highland cows just grazing away as well. But the ride back into Gairloch from this way, it was just beautiful because you can see all the mountains behind Gairloch. We really did like it there. It was one of the places that was just so peaceful and beautiful. Yeah, we really did like it in there. So this is us approaching our hotel, the Millcroft, our stay for the evening. Fantastic hotel with a beautiful view of the bay and the mountains. It had a restaurant and it also had a bar, but you could eat in the bar as well. The menu was great, very simple and easy with just normal nice food. You know, good burgers, fish and chips, curry. There's some nice mac and cheese, and it was great. The beer was nice, the atmosphere was nice, the staff were nice. Our room was fantastic as well, and we had a beautiful view of the bay, and the parking, as you can see, was good as too, and we felt it was safe, but we still put the disc locks on, goodness me, and yeah, this was great. Us leaving the Millcroft, and the next stop is Lochcarron, and we're at the Rona B&B this evening, and it's absolutely amazing there. It's kind of just tucked away. It's hard to explain because it's a few miles from Lochcarron as such, but yeah, this was one of the really peaceful place to be, with an amazing view, and the host was great. And we've been very lucky, but this was yet another great stay. No, I really enjoyed this bit. I've seen lots of videos of the NC500, and this is one of the most popular bits, I think. I don't know why, but it was just such a beautiful bit of road. The scenery, you know, with the clouds over the mountains. It's not great following a van, but as you can see, it pulled over, and there was quite a bit of traffic. But yeah, this was a nice bit of road. We had a lovely ride down here, and everyone's quite friendly in general. There's a few people who didn't really respect the road, but very few and far between. There were some trucks out on that week. A lot of stickers on the trucks. I don't know if they was hired, but they tend to be flying around the single track roads quite a lot, which we did have to heavy brake a few times for those, because they didn't seem to think anybody else used the roads. But like I say, it was an isolated thing really. I don't know if everyone else experiences this when they go, but I did notice that mainly the 4x4 trucks were just flying about like crazy. But end of the day, we got it done, and it was great fun. But I mean, look at the view; it really is beautiful. On the way to Lochcarron, we decided to pop to the Applecross, and we had an idea about doing the Applecross a certain way. We did get it wrong, but this is our little road on the way to the Applecross. Not far from the Applecross, we came across a local, one of the Highland Coos. To be fair, I did sort of crap myself a bit, because he just stopped dead as if to say, hang on, who's this? And I paused for a minute and thought, not really sure what to do about this, so I just thought I'd give him his space. Nicky thought it was hilarious, and we just moved past him. But he's just going about his daily business.
We just made it to the Applecross, which, I'll be honest with you, just another beach. And we came the long way round, so we're going to go down the Blackney Bar, which we're going to do now. The weather's turned crap for another beach.
No, I'm not praying for sunshine. I'm actually making a brew. I bought an amazing flask before we went that kept the water boiling hot all day. We've got the metal cups there, and we really did need this brew. I said in the video that we did the Applecross in such a way to go down the Blackney Bar, and I was wrong. What we'd done is gone around the coast, and we were still going to go up the Blackney Bar, which we didn't really want to do, to be honest. and as we didn't end up doing the Blacknabar because we had an issue with one of the bikes. The wind was horrendous, and one of the bikes got blown over as we sort of got a couple of miles up there. So we turned back and we didn't do it. So we'll do it again another time. And from here we obviously made our way to Lochcarron, where we were going to be staying that night. So we arrived at Rona B&B on Lochcarron. It's in a place called Ardanyscan. I can't pronounce it, but it's just on the screen. This was a lovely B&B. This is the view from the place. And as you can see, the gardens were beautiful. You can go down to the waterside. The host was great. The breakfast was great. The room was beautifully clean. It was just a really nice place to stay. They provided us with everything we needed. We needed an ice pack, for example, and they gave it us, and it was great. And this is us leaving there now, and we're setting off home. This is the end of our NC500 trip, and we're staying tonight near Glasgow, and then it's home from there. But this is the trip pretty much done, and we're glad to know it's the end of the video. So. And as typical, the weather was nice, but we needed it that day because we think we're doing 230 miles to our next stop in Cumbernauld. I'm not going to video that though. The video stopped working as we pulled up at the Rona B&B, which is typical. And it's one of the issues. We had quite a lot, if I'm honest. There's lots of things I wanted to include video-wise, drone-wise, sound-wise, and it didn't go to plan, but that's alright. This happens at times. It is a big shame with it being a big trip, but I'm not downhearted. I was, but you just move past it, and I've been able to put together a video. It's not what I wanted to put together, but this is the result, and it does showcase a little bit of what we did on the NC500. We weren't able to go off track much and explore some of the attractions like other people do because we didn't want to leave the bikes. If we do the trip again, we would certainly do it differently in the sense of being able to take stuff off the bike so we can go and explore, make sure, you know, try and resolve any issues there with the cameras. The mic issue was the biggest, so I would look at doing that again. We'd probably just do the West Coast anyway, probably wouldn't do it all. And that's mainly it really. We're happy with our accommodations. Mainly used Airbnb and Booking.com. We're happy with the way all that went. The bikes were fine, although with them only being 600 and 650 cc's, they tend to rev like crazy on the motorways. So bigger bikes for sure next time. So if you have any questions, just get in touch. I really appreciate everybody watching. There is going to be some more video to come, and I'm just going to touch on a couple of other things as we go. it. We went down the A9 to near Glasgow, and from there home. And this is our trip. First night we was in Inverness. We came up from Lowick, as you saw, and then from Inverness we went up to near Wick, Thrumster House, which was fantastic, and then across the top via John O'Groats to Betty Hill. Betty Hill Hotel was alright, and then from there across a very rainy day to Reconick, and from Reconick we went then to sort of down to Ullapool, and we stayed at Lochbroom, and then from Ullapool across to Gairloch, which we did really like Gairloch, and then from Gairloch we went down to the Lochcarron place. I can't pronounce it, so I'm not going to say it. And that is our trip. We could have done it over less days, but in the same sense we could have explored more had the weather been better. We would like to have gone to Sango Sands, Smooth Cave more, and done more exploring there. In fact, there's loads of things we could have done if the weather were better. But that's what you get. It's a gamble, and we did really enjoy it. We were absolutely exhausted when we got home, and you know, we keep seeing other people's pictures, and they seem to have had really good weather. But that's just typical. But we're not jealous at all, honest. So, like I said, thanks for watching. I'm going to put a link in the description to the flask that we bought. I'm not sponsored out. It's just a really good flask, and it kept the water boiling hot, and which was a lifesaver, because having hot tea and things when we needed it, and hot chocolate, was just phenomenal. And that's a recommendation from our friend Sue. So yeah, any questions, get in touch. And yet again, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe is the thing you do on YouTube. Thank you.